My name is Rowan, and I am the host and the facilitator for the Meetup group, Puget Sound Forest, Druid Forest Walks and Talks. And today I am going to be sharing with you a Redwood Tree Ally meditation. This is going to be a meditation looking at how you can work with the spirit of the redwood tree in a guided visualization. This will take about 10, maybe 15 minutes to go through. So um, if you would like to participate in this meditation, it might be a good idea to pause the video if you need to get things such as maybe you want a glass of water or a journal to record your experiences after the meditation, or to get yourself into an area that is comfortable where you are not likely to be disturbed. You will also want to silence any electronic devices or anything else that might provide some form of an unwanted distraction during this meditation. So go ahead and pause if you need to, and we'll continue when you are ready. All right, so for today's meditation, all you have to do is just sit back and listen, and there'll be some more information at the end of the meditation if you want to learn more about where more of these meditations, or where you can participate in more of these meditations, as well as the possibility to take part in our monthly tree talk. So let's just go ahead and get started then and get comfortable. It will be helpful to close your eyes and make sure you're seated in a comfortable position. It helps to not have your limbs crossed, and if possible, to have your feet flat on the floor. And with your eyes closed and seated comfortably, we'll just begin by taking a couple of deep breaths. So just inhaling in and exhaling outward. And you don't have to worry about, holding breath or counting breath or anything that, impedes the way you would normally breathe. Just breathe in a way that is normal for you, relaxed for you, and just focus on that breathing for a couple of moments here. All right. And as you're breathing, feel and sense the ground beneath you. If your feet are flat on the floor, can you be aware of that sense of that point of contact where the soles of your feet meet the floor? If your feet aren't on the ground, you can also visualize that point of contact being where maybe your tailbone rests on your seat. Just find a place that makes you feel grounded, that makes you feel centered and anchored firmly to the ground below you. This is the land. This is the land where you reside, or where you are currently situated, and it is what holds you securely in this place, safe and secure and upheld. Sense also the sky above you, stretching overhead far above wherever you are at this time. If you are indoors, it is above the ceiling, the roof of whatever building you're in. It stretches far above and is vast and seemingly unending. And this is the sky, a realm of potential, of spirit. Connect with that energy of sky. And sense also in any direction that you go, forward, backward, left or right, at some point on the land you will meet the water, the edges, the boundaries of the land. And around that boundary and beyond it is the sea. Connect with that energy of sea, its depths, its mysteries. And know that you are upheld in this space by these three powers: the land below you, the sky above, and the limitless sea all around. Sense there is also a direction within you as well. as you are seated here, breathing a point of stillness that is inside of you. From this point of stillness, you are experiencing every passing moment, spiraling ever forward into the future. Now, from this place of stillness, allow yourself to sense as though a fog or a mist is beginning to rise from all around you. This fog is rising up from the ground and making its way slowly and gently up your feet and up your legs. This calm, flowing mist rises further and further up your legs and up the trunk of your body, and up the trunk of your body to the top of your head until you are surrounded within the calm, flowing mist. Now imagine that the fog is beginning to part, and as you open your inner vision, you realize that you are standing in a lush, green coniferous forest. The air around you is cool, and even though the dense fog is parted, there is still a low-hanging fog and mist all around you. You are standing on a dirt path that is surrounded on all sides by ferns and very large evergreen trees. Douglas firs, pines, western hemlocks, spruces. They are all giants in their own right, standing in silent majesty within this seemingly endless forest. You are alone in this forest, and all is quiet and still around you as you begin to make your way down the path, listening to the soft sound of your feet falling on the soil and the pine debris with each step. You continue on your way, and as you walk and brush by the ferns, stepping over roots, you can't help but notice just how quiet everything is. You don't hear any birds. There's barely any movement. When you stop to look around, all you can see are more trees and the fog, which is just slowly, slowly drifting by. And in this silence, you can have a greater sense of awareness of your breathing. You may even sense the heart beating in your chest. You are walking and breathing and walking. You pass by more trees, and these are larger now. Truly massive Douglas firs and spruces. Their fresh, pure scent fills the air. You stop and breathe the scent in, allowing it to fill your being and cleanse you. As you continue on your way, you are not sure how long you have been walking or how far. Yet now, as you begin to take in your surroundings, you notice that the trees here are even larger than the ones you saw before. These trees are stupendously huge, with reddish trunks as wide as a double-lane highway. When you look up toward the sky, you are unable to crane back your neck enough to see where the tops of the trees end. They seem to extend straight up into the heavens and beyond. This is the ancient Redwood Grove, and among these giants, you will find one ancient redwood who is far older than the rest, the matriarch of the grove. This is a tree that has survived through the centuries, through the millennia, having lived through dozens of fires and drought cycles, and having survived somehow the unimaginable destruction that happened in this forest when people who journeyed from thousands of miles away came and razed most of these trees to the ground. Somehow, this elder redwood has survived. And when you find it, you can tell how profoundly old it is, not just by its size, but by the many scars it bears on its trunk. Fire scars like huge, enormous claws raking up its side, and the many things that have found their home among its branches. Once you have found this tree, allow yourself to take some time to observe it, to contemplate both its great size and age. Take in its presence and pay attention for any signs of life or anything that seems to stand out about this tree. You can talk to the tree. You can ask it if it is all right to touch it, if you can sit beside it or under it. See if you can listen and listen for a response. As you spend your time making this intuitive connection with the spirit of Redwood, in whatever way feels right, where you feel guided by the tree, you may sense that you are connected to its interconnected roots, unseen beneath the ground, the way in which this elder tree supports its many children. Or perhaps you may connect via the tree's immense trunk. You may even find yourself rising up its length toward the distant canopy far above. Or maybe you find a crevice near the bottom, large enough for you to curl up within, allowing you to connect with the slow, rhythmic pulse of the tree's own life force, its own heartbeat. Allow the tree to share with you what it wants to show you and communicate with you. As you sit with the redwood, you get a sense of the history of this space, the countless summers and winters that this tree has presided over, the many animals and people who have walked by its immense form. Does anything emerge for you when you consider the land here and its history? Does anything emerge for you when you consider the land that you call home or where you reside? The tree is asking you, how do you connect with the space in which you call home? What does the land mean to you? How would you like to connect with the land where you reside? And in considering this land where you reside, what would you like to offer? How can you show your respect, appreciation, and gratitude? You bow in respect to the wise Redwood matriarch and sense that it is time for you at this time to make your way back to where you started. Spend a moment thanking the spirit of this tree and then taking nothing with you. You begin to make your way back down the trail, allowing your intuition to guide you back to where you need to go. Don't have to worry about the exact route. Your feet will remember the way to go. As you make your way back down the trail, you notice that the sun is shining overhead through the fog, and you can feel this sense of renewal, this sense of being re-energized as you make your way back down the path. And now perhaps you can hear the sounds of birds calling, their joyous music filling the air. There is a sense of lightness and hope as you make your way back to the point where you started your journey. And now the fog begins to roll in once more from the outer edges of your awareness, raising up from the ground, creeping up your feet and up your legs to the trunk of your body, and from the trunk of your body to the top of your head. The fog is now around you, surrounding you, a calm flowing mist. Now at this time, allow yourself to come back to awareness of your body. Be aware of that connection where you are seated, where your feet are on the floor firmly in the room or wherever it is that you currently are. Have awareness of where you are seated or situated. And if you can make out any of the sounds or scents or anything else that brings you back to the familiarity of your space. Be aware of your breathing, of your lungs working. Be aware of the weight of your body. And you may at this time want to move around a little bit. You can wiggle your fingers or toes. You can move around or clap or do anything that makes you feel fully embodied and present. And when you are comfortable and ready, open your eyes. Should you require any other further grounding assistance, this is where having a drink of water or maybe holding on to your chair or touching the ground below you can be really helpful. It's just important to fully come back from the meditative experience and be able to resume your normal activities. If you'd like to journal your experiences, that can be really helpful as well. So you may want to take some moments to jot that down. So as I said, this has been our Redwood Tree Ally Tree Spirits meditation. Every month with this our meetup group, which is Puget Sound Druid Forest Walks and Talks, which I will include a link in the description below. If you would like to participate, we do meditations like this on a monthly basis, and it's completely free. And even if you are not in the Puget Sound area in the Seattle or Tacoma area, feel free to join us. We've had folks join from all over at this point, so feel free to connect with us. I'm always available for if you message through my meetup group for any inquiries. And yeah, I hope that you found this meditation helpful and relaxing and insightful. And I look forward to delivering more in the future. All right, take care. See ya. Bye.